Good morning. Last session we discussed two boiler troubles. First, what is meant by boiler feed water? The water fed into the boiler for the production of steam is called boiler feed water. Suppose if the hard water is directly fed into the boiler, some of the problems may arise. Already two problems we discussed in the last session, scale and sludge and priming and foaming. In this session, we will discuss another two problems. First one is caustic embrittlement and boiler corrosion. The main reason for these boiler troubles is using the hard water. First one is caustic embrittlement. What is meant by caustic embrittlement? Caustic embrittlement means intercrystalline cracking. The intercrystalline cracking. How to form the intercrystalline cracking? Generally, boiler water contains sodium carbonate in high pressure boilers. This sodium carbonate undergoes decomposition to give sodium hydroxide. So, due to the presence of the sodium carbonate, it is converted into sodium hydroxide. This sodium hydroxide flows into the minute hair cracks present in the boiler material. So automatically it entrap the boiler material. It acts as surrounding iron area. Surrounding area, it is made up of the iron. Boiler metal is made up of the iron. So the sodium hydroxide react with the iron to form sodium ferroate. This sodium ferroate causes brittlement of boiler parts, particularly stressed parts, joints, bends, etc. This is the intercrystalline cracking. Once again, I repeat, sodium carbonate is used in the high pressure boilers. It is converted into, that means it is decomposed into sodium hydroxide. The sodium hydroxide penetrates into the minute hair cracks present in the boiler material. Generally, boiler material is made up of the iron. So, iron reacts with sodium hydroxide to form sodium ferroate. This is the reason for intercrystalline cracking. Then prevention. How to prevent the caustic embrittlement? Use instead of sodium phosphate, we are using sodium carbonate or sodium phosphate. Second one is adding tannin lignin to the boiler water. It blocks the hair cracks present in the boiler material. Then last problem, boiler corrosion. Boiler corrosion means corrosion in boilers is due to the presence of dissolved oxygen, dissolved carbon dioxide, dissolved salts. So corrosion in boiler is known as boiler corrosion. The main reason is dissolved oxygen. Dissolved oxygen in water is mainly responsible for the corrosion of boiler. So iron plus water molecule plus presence of the oxygen, it converted into ferric hydroxide as a precipitate. Then how to remove dissolved oxygen? First one is chemical method. Sodium sulfite, hydrazine are some of the chemicals used for removing dissolved oxygen. So sodium sulfite and hydrazine is added into the water sample. Sodium sulfite is converted into sodium sulfate by oxygen. Then hydrazine. Then second method is mechanical deaeration method. This is the mechanical deaerator. And the dissolved oxygen can also be removed from water by mechanical deaeration method. It is the tower. It contains vacuum pump and perforated plate and heater. So automatically it absorbs all the oxygen present in the water sample. This method is also applicable for the removal of the dissolved carbon dioxide present in the water sample. In this process, actually water is allowed to fall slowly on the perforated plates in the tower. The side of the tower are heated and a vacuum pump is attached. So high pressure and low pressure, that means high temperature and low pressure produced inside means automatically it reduces the dissolved oxygen. The next one is dissolved carbon dioxide. This is the second reason for the boiler corrosion. Dissolved carbon dioxide combined with the water molecule to form carbonic acid. So acid means it automatically corrodes the boiler material. Then if the hard water means it automatically contains dissolved calcium and magnesium salts. For example, calcium bicarbonate is present due to the boiling process. Calcium bicarbonate is converted into calcium carbonate plus water molecule and carbon dioxide. So it automatically produces carbon dioxide again. So automatically carbon dioxide means it also produces the carbonic acid. How to remove the dissolved carbon dioxide? Carbon dioxide can be removed by adding sodium hydroxide, that means ammonium hydroxide into the water molecule. Then also it can be removed by mechanical deaeration process. Then last one, dissolved magnesium chloride, that means dissolved salts. Dissolved salts means automatically it produces the acid in boiler material. So removal method, base is added, sodium hydroxide is added, it automatically neutralizes the acid.